Never in a million years did I think I would have a YouTube channel, and yet here I am. And it's been so amazing to do and learn all of the things that it takes to have a YouTube channel. And I did it once I turned 50 years old. And I think that you should think about making a YouTube channel as well. So I'm gonna post this as my intro to my channel video, but it's also gonna be a little bit about me, why I started a YouTube channel, how all of that fell into place, and where I'm at now. Why did I choose the name Dr. Jamie the Nurse? Well, my name is Jamie. I'm a registered nurse, and I came up with the name Dr. Jamie the Nurse for my YouTube channel kind of as a funny, really, because in the medical world, doctors are doctors. And I am a professor and I have a doctorate in nursing practice, but in the professor world, I am a doctor. My students call me, doctor, but in the hospital, when I work in the hospital setting, even in a leadership role, it just wasn't as welcomed to be called doctor in the hospital because they were doctors. So I was like, well, I'm Dr. Jamie the Nurse. And I thought it was funny as kind of like a funny nod to the fact that yes, I am doctor, but I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm Dr. Jamie the Nurse. It was funny. But since I never intended for this to be a YouTube channel, I chose that name because I was making videos for my EMT students and my nursing students. But now it has stuck with me and I like the name, Dr. Jamie the Nurse, but that's sort of how it happened. So we've already got that out of the way. I am a nurse. I'm also a professor. I've worked as a nurse since 2006. As a bedside nurse, I worked in the ER setting. I worked for ambulance companies. I did laser hair removal for a while. I've worked in the recovery room setting and a lot of time in education and leadership as a registered nurse. I'm a professor now. I've also been a professor since 2010, but nurses are just famous for working, multiple jobs at once. So I've always got a few things going on. I really love teaching. I really love educating people. But in my personal life, I've had so much going on, raising 3 children, just being married and going through my own stuff. And I've learned so much along the way that I really like to share things. So I did my doctorate in nursing practice project on preventing burnout and compassion fatigue in new graduate nursing students. And in doing that, it was a lot of self-care. It was a lot of ways to prevent just harmful things from getting in the way of our happiness and our lives in general. And so I focus a lot of that on this channel, just wellness, recovery, empowerment. My introduction to YouTube was probably about 10 years ago only, so 2014, maybe earlier than that, but I started watching videos on health and how to regrow your hair. Yeah, that's when it was. I lost all my hair, well, a large majority of my hair in 2015. And so I started watching videos on how to regrow my hair and different methods and oiling techniques and the inversion method and all this stuff. And I really, really enjoyed watching the YouTube videos. So one day I decided to start making YouTube videos for the EMT students that we teach, because really you can find anything on the internet, right? And we wanted our EMT students to have EMT skills done the way that our county wants them to be done, and we couldn't find any really that supported all of those rules or protocols that we have here. So I started filming my coworker, and he was actually the star of all of the videos when I first started a YouTube channel, but I was the one who did the editing. I added, sound effects and pictures, and it was so much fun. And I really, really enjoyed making the videos, but I was never the one in front of the camera. And so at one point I decided, I'm gonna try to make some nursing videos for my students in the nursing program. And they're on this channel if you just, want to go see me in my rookie YouTube days, which I actually still am, because I think I only have like 60 videos on this channel at this point. But I discovered that making YouTube videos is extremely difficult. Honestly, if you go back and look at like my first YouTube video, I'm so awkward, I talk really slow, the lighting is terrible, it's grainy. I don't know, I think I just ramble on and on. I didn't have a script of any kind. So every time I posted a video, I was like, oh, I need to fix that, or oh, I need to learn how to do that. And I started making thumbnails through Canva. And I got music from Epidemic Sound, and all of these things I just kept learning and getting better and better at, and all the while kind of having like therapy sessions alone with me and my camera at the same time. I started making videos for my nursing students, and I was learning how hard it was to be in front of the camera. But I was making videos on how to become a registered nurse, things that you would want to learn to be a registered nurse, and they weren't getting any views, but I mean, I was fine with that because I was just doing it kind of for my school. I wasn't doing it to be a YouTuber, if you will. And then I started asking my students, hey, what kind of videos would you like me to make? Because I'm really having fun doing this process. And then they would come at me and say, well, can you make a video on sunscreens that you use, or a makeup tutorial? And I just thought it was so funny that that's what they wanted me to make videos about. So I tried it. And I made a video on the sunscreens to use for your face and how I adjusted to using Retin-A or tretinoin. And a lot of people started watching these videos, and it was pretty fun. So I started making more videos about it, and I found that even though it's hard to talk in front of a camera at first, I started getting more used to it, and writing the script and filming the videos was so therapeutic for me. I don't know, it was like unloading all of this stuff that I had been going through. And then I decided to make a series of videos on why I quit drinking and how, and what it was like, 30 days into it and a year into it. And the reaction that I got from the audience on the YouTube platform really touched my heart, because people were reaching out to me and saying that they found my video and it saved them one night, before they went into the bar to drink. And it just motivated me to share more of what I have learned. And so I think that everyone in their middle age should start a YouTube channel if they have any desire to do so. Because we have been through a lot. Things that we take for granted that we just know, or that we have just been through, other people are really struggling to find those answers, but we've lived through it, so we already know the answer. So sharing that and sharing your story with people is really meaningful, and I have been enjoying this process quite a bit. And as a nurse, it is in my nature to want to help people, and on this platform, we can reach so many people that we can't reach, just living in our bubble of our daily life. And that's actually can have a really big impact on the world in general. So if you can put out positive content and support humans just being their best selves, I think it's really important for us to share our knowledge and experience with people who are looking for answers. So I know I got a little off topic, but really I did want to make this video on who I am, why I started a YouTube channel, and kind of why I think that you should start one too. And I've summed it all up, but I just think that the process is awesome. You learn new skills all the time. You really get to kind of refine yourself because you see yourself in front of the camera. You listen to how you talk. My communication skills have gotten so much better because I have to be more succinct. In my first few videos, I'm just like going off on tangents or losing my train of thought or not making any sense. And now I am able to construct a video and tell a story throughout the process. And you can start a YouTube channel on any subject that you want to start it on. Just start it on something that you're good at, because like I said, I take it for granted that I know all about nursing and pathophysiology and how to get a good night's sleep and what alcohol does to affect your body, because I've known it, I've researched it, I've looked into it, I've lived it, I've experienced it, and I'm not very good at houseplants or fixing a busted screen door. But if you are, just talk about that and people will come and look for your videos. So thanks for watching. This is my little intro video, and I hope you've subscribed to my channel and we can kind of go through all this together. Bye, see you in the next video.